In this episode of the Lex Fridman Podcast, host Lex Fridman interviews Benjamin Netanyahu, the former Prime Minister of Israel, on various topics including Israel, Palestine, power, corruption, hate, and peace. Netanyahu discusses the importance of taking threats to annihilate Israel seriously and acting early to prevent them. He emphasizes that Israel is a democracy and a rising power in the world, and that the Arab world respects Israel. He also states that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and that critics of judicial reform in Israel are misinformed. Netanyahu highlights that Israel has a vibrant free market economy and a strong investment in conceptual products. He acknowledges the rapid development of artificial intelligence, AI, and the need for its regulation. He believes that Israel is becoming a leading AI power, but the impact of AI on jobs is uncertain. He suggests that taxing productivity may be necessary to address wealth inequality. The conversation then shifts to the potential loss of control due to AI, cybersecurity, and the threat of AI to humanity. Netanyahu expresses his belief that AI will create more jobs than it takes, but acknowledges the need to address cybersecurity and the potential existential threats posed by AI. The discussion takes a brief tangent as Netanyahu reveals his background in Taekwondo and his training with Elon Musk. However, he dodges the question of who he would bet on in a fight between the two. The conversation returns to the topic of power and competition, with Netanyahu discussing the challenges of limiting the competitive power of large tech companies. He believes that the best regulator in economic activity is the market, and the best regulator in political matters is elections. However, he acknowledges the difficulty of defining market segments and monopoly power in the interconnected world. Netanyahu reflects on the corrupting nature of power and states that his driving force is the mission to ensure the survival and thriving of the State of Israel. He discusses the challenges he has faced as a politician and the constant competition he encounters. He emphasizes the importance of competition in the market and the political process to prevent the concentration of power. The conversation briefly touches on corruption cases against Netanyahu, with him asserting that many of the charges are collapsing and that attempts to brand him as corrupt are failing. He believes that the corruption lies in the use of spyware and other tactics against him and his associates. Regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Netanyahu identifies the persistent refusal of the Palestinians to recognize a Jewish state as the top obstacle to peaceful coexistence. He argues that the Palestinians want a state instead of Israel, not a state next to Israel. He suggests a solution where the Palestinians have self-governing powers but not the power to threaten Israel, with overall security responsibility remaining with Israel. The expansion of settlements in the West Bank is discussed, with Netanyahu explaining that most Israelis in Judea and Samaria live in urban blocks that are already recognized and agreed upon as part of Israel in any future arrangement. He believes that Jews and Arabs can live together in these areas and that the solution lies in maintaining Israeli security throughout the entire territory. Netanyahu concludes by emphasizing the importance of a wider peace with the Arab world and the need for a coalition of smart nations to face the challenges of the future. He reflects on the impact he has had as a leader and the importance of constantly learning and adapting. He asserts that Israel is a robust democracy and a strong ally of the United States, sharing the values of freedom and liberty.